Hello folks, welcome back to the Games Done Quick channel and to the Games Done Quick Hotfix. These are little shows that we scatter in between our mainline events, showing off a various array of things that you might not usually see in the charity events. We've already had a day packed full of Sonic but not Sonic speedruns, which is the theme for this year's Sonic and the event. We've been having a whole load of fun. First day was stacked, second day is just as stacked. We started off with a race with all characters that weren't Sonic. We saw a tiny bit of him at the end, but that doesn't matter. We then followed it up with some Tails action in the Sonic 1 SMS remake, and we are about to see Shadow Story in Sonic Battle. But just before I throw it over to MadTaz, might as well tell you folks that things have changed a little bit. In the official GDQ Discord, we have got a new hotfix role where you can keep tabs on upcoming events, you can talk with the various members of staff and showrunners and more, and hey, you can submit towards hotfixes if you want to see any of your speedruns in, or you know a friend who's got a good run that you think that the showrunners might like. Who knows, you might be on my show in a couple of weeks time. But if you are interested in that, you can use !Discord in the Twitch chat for more info. And if you're not in Twitch, if you're watching this on YouTube, you are more than welcome. But why not join us? Why not join us on Twitch, as you can catch the runs as they're happening live. And we're live. We are indeed going to be seeing some Sonic battle with Shadow. We're seeing more Hedgehog action. We've had some Amy today. We did have a tiny bit of Sonic, but we are throwing it over to the edgy boy himself. But that's not MadTaz. But MadTaz, how are you doing?
Damn, I thought I was the edgy boy.
Unless, I mean, you can be edgy if you want to be.
Damn. But no, hey guys, my name is MadTaz64. I speedrun a lot of games. Today I am speedrunning this game, Sonic Battle. I hate to break it to you, but regardless of what the title of the category actually says, we're not going to see so much of Shadow as we're going to see of our boy Emerald here. It's only really half Emerald, or half Shadow. So we'll see. We'll explain that in a bit. What's going on, Emerald? He's doing his super move. Hold on. But yeah, this is a Chaos right here. He's in the game and so is Gamma, but we're not going to see Chaos. Sorry. Not during this run.
Oh, hey, a little cameo before the run. We appreciate that.
Change it to English so you guys can actually understand the story. If you try. Alright, I guess I'll just count down when I'm ready. Okay, yeah.
We're ready?
Yeah, I'm just going to count down and then I'll get to explain a bunch of things. There's a lot of things to go over and there's a lot of downtime during this run. Sorry for the noise in the background. I can't really control people driving by.
That's all right.
But yeah, I'm about to be ready in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you. So this category is Sonic Shadow Story Upgraded Emerald. What that means is basically unlike default Emerald, I can start with any moves attached to Emerald already, not from a fresh file. So I'm basically insanely broken. Wahahaha. He thinks it's really funny. And there are 3 different loadouts, and you'll see, and this run is actually interesting because you'll see all 3 loadouts used throughout the runs at certain points. I've made them painstakingly, specifically for different purposes. So for those who don't know what Sonic Battle is, it's a isometric 3D-ish, I guess 2.5D fighting game. It has a very unique card system and customization with Emerald. And there's a kind of a complex super move system that I am gonna have to spend a lot of time going over while the text is still going. So, basically, a lot of the run uses the special move system. The way it works is that when you start a battle, both you and your opponent will choose 3 different special attacks: shot, pow, and set. Shot moves are typically projectile attacks, pow moves are usually more direct and physical, while set moves are just traps. The order you choose them in determines what type of special attack it'll be, and the only way to change the order is by dying. We'll let you reselect the move. The first move you select will be ground special, second move your aerial special, and the last move you end up picking the guard special. What the last one means is, actually, I'm going to just quickly try to take care of these guys. Usually what I end up doing is... Oh, come on. So usually what I try to do is alternate between which attack supers I start with my ground. Because that way, of course they're not cooperating. That way they are, because basically what happens is usually the NPCs will end up guarding the move you just killed them, the super move you just killed them with. It doesn't always work, but it's usually more guaranteed work than ever. So I start out with the aerial special, and then I switch to the ground special, which is just the snap. Okay. Usually I like to have the snap be the second move because it does take longer to kill than the ground move. Or it does take longer to kill than the aerial move. Okay, that might mess things up, but that was also really good. We'll see what happens. As long as you don't... Okay, of course you're going to guard that. So that makes where things get a little complicated. So now they have alternating... They're alternating what they're guarding, so I gotta be really careful and specific of how I hit them. Okay. That should be good. Okay, one of them is gonna have to be killed after they're both... The other one's dead. Usually you want them to both lose all their lives at the same time, but... Okay. Nice. This is just a survival match, so it's not... Losing a life or two isn't the end of the world. There are 3 different types of matches. One is survival, which you see there. It's just kind of like Smash, where you just get rid of everyone's stock. Or I guess it's like a stock match in Smash, where it's just like get rid of whoever loses all their stock loses. And then there's like the other, I think it's just KOs, or like whoever gets KOs, 10 KOs wins, and then there's time, which you won't actually see that often in any of the speedruns. It's mostly just in like 1 or 2 matches and throughout the story mode. But anyways, I guess I'll continue talking about the special move system. But yeah, like I was saying, the last move you select ends up being the guard special. With that last one, or actually, I'll just go over this. The first move you select is a ground special. Second move is aerial, and the last move is a guard special. What the last one means is if your opponent uses a ground or aerial special that is the same type of special as the guard special you choose, you'll automatically guard against it. Same works in reverse. So for example, say you're guarding against trap moves, and your opponent lays down a bunch of traps. If you run into them, instead of taking damage, the shield will automatically activate, negating any damage. Another important aspect of this one-shot gauge at the top left is that the one-shot gauge at the top left corner. You fill that up, your next special move will be a one-hit KO. There are 4 ways to fill up the meter. First is just by getting hit. Every time you take damage, the 1/8 of that damage is added to the gauge. Second way is defending attack, whether through auto-guarding or a special guard or manually... Auto-guarding from a special guard or manually defending an attack. Third way is if you get launched to a wall, press the D-pad away from the wall at just the right moment to rebound off it, a portion of meter will fill up, which you saw me all of these being done earlier during the last battle. Lastly, you get meter by holding down the L button after shielding to fill the meter as well as heal yourself. Every character heals up at different speed. I think there's a question. There is RNG through Madios asked if there's RNG. There is RNG mostly. It's like through character interaction. It's a fighting game, so like as most fighting games are, a lot of the run comes down to enemies whether they want to cooperate or not. The AI wants to cooperate, so regret selling this game as good. Yeah, it is. I wish they would like remake or port this. I kind of would rather they just like sort of remake it, because as awesome as this game is, it does have like some difficulty spikes that end up being walls. Like I know, especially in the first story mode, Knuckles battles walls a lot of people because you're like stuck fighting with Emerald and really weak at the time. But yeah, if anyone hasn't played this game before, I highly recommend playing it, but activating a cheat to unlock all the cards, because one thing, you're not going to unlock all the cards in a casual playthrough. It's almost impossible to the point where it's not even worth the effort. But 2, like your start off so weak as Emerald that you just barely can do anything, and by the time you even get good moves and stuff, it's already like the last... It's not until like the last story or two in the game. So right now we're just going through a lot of story, like a lot of flashbacks. It's this story is like one of those. It's one of the stories. It's like the last story before the last. It's the last story before the last story. So it's the second to last story.
Okay.
And so a lot of the stuff might not make sense unless you read the other stories, because there's a lot of flashbacks that were just happening, and there's a lot of cutscenes. So that's another thing. There's quite a bit of downtime, but that's also good because that means I can explain random stuff. The ultra rare stuff is just on all RNG luck. Yeah, it is. One of the things you have to do to unlock everything is there's like a Tails lab, which gives you an ultimate move if you beat it. But what it doesn't tell you is that even if you beat it, which is already monstrously hard as it is, if you try to beat it, there's no guarantee that you won't get a duplicate. And I've tested this using a cheat, and I saw someone try to do it fair and square. And you basically can get like the same ultimate move like 3 times in a row. So, and it's like you basically have to go through 20 battles without losing a single life. And they're hard battles too. So, what was I gonna say? But yeah, like that's basically. Hopefully, I won't have to like ramble on that much for the rest of the run, but I will try to explain things here and there. That part of the story, Emerald was just talking. They're basically right now Shadow thinks that Emerald has no hope for redemption, and Sonic's trying to show him otherwise. Sonic Battle come through. Nice. Yeah, Sonic Battle is like probably my favorite Sonic spin-off next to Sonic All-Star Racing. Yeah, getting a heal, absolutely. Oops. So the good thing about this loadout I have here is it's good for fighting, but it's also he's really good at like attacking the enemies, which you're not seeing. See? Oh my god, see, this is one of those things where he doesn't always alternate back and forth like I expect him to. Okay. You might have seen Emerald explode there. The reason is basically you have different stances you can unlock, and one of them is just Emerald's Gamma stance, which causes exploding. The benefit of Gamma exploding, like Gamma fighting Gamma, is that he explodes really easily, which you can use to get one-shot meter really fast. Yeah, I'm gonna try to. Every character has a different heal speed, and Shadow's like one of the slowest. He's one of he's one of the most broken character. I think he is top tier aside from Emerald, him or Cream, but his one-shot meter for speedrunning, like I'm talking competitively, but for speedrunning, like his healing's really slow, which is kind of annoying, but luckily Emerald is making things a lot easier here. We have to fight him twice. By the way, sometimes you'll have battles in this story that you'll just fight people twice. They'll get knocked down and they'll be like, no, I'm not done yet, and then they'll come back. They'll get up again.
I'm enjoying the amount of initiations of recovery mode in the chat right now.
Yeah, initiating recovery mode.
Gotta be done.
It also helps with the timing of when to shield, although I haven't really been using that timing for a while. Oh, that's like good. So that move you saw earlier is like a combo that Chaos just did, is like one of the combo moves you can unlock by at the end of the game. There's what is there? There's a tower if you put codes in that were distributed through a magazine or something. And they give you like these combo moves that are basically all the moves in the game. Oh, damn, dude. back to back, or all his main set of moves, and there's one for every character. So like right now I have Chaos's combo meter because it's the slowest and it doesn't count for a special until the last move, and that comes in real handy for one of the stories in this game. Not this one, but also it looks funny, so it's my favorite one. As you can see, Emerald just wants to take a jog in place. Sometimes the NPCs will just not move, and it's not really clear why. They'll just lock in place and just stand still. Alright. This has been happening a lot, this battle. This Sonic battle, haha. Where I just try to do the alternating pattern and the Gamma doesn't cooperate. I guess I should explain why Gamma's here. It's probably not clear if you haven't actually played this game. It's not the Gamma you remember from Sonic Adventure. It's just the shell of that former spirit that Eggman reused. And this one just really wants to battle people and kill them for the sake of Eggman. They're like a tier list. Yeah, you probably have to look it up, but from what I remember, it's like, if you don't count Emerald, which obviously is either S plus or the bottom tier, depending on how much you have. Also, we're gonna change our loadout real quick because I'm actually gonna have to fight Emerald. So I have it selected slot 2, which is the fight slot specifically made for people that are for fighting against Emerald. But yeah, it's basically like essentially like Sonic or Shadow and Cream, and then I don't remember everything else, but I know that Rouge is like bottom tier, and probably Gamma too, probably Gamma and Chaos as well. Because as cool as they are, they both all have major problems. I don't really use any of them in the story mode runs. But if I do, I did a challenge mode all 3 ring run for another marathon about a month ago. I don't even remember the name. Hib, do you remember what it was?
Was that the same Sonic Adventure era marathon? Or...
Yes, that one, same's.
Yeah.
And I used Chaos and Gamma there, but I do use Rouge, and the fact is she just she flies in the air all the time makes it very hard to get used to. Yeah, Chaos is extremely slow, and Gamma doesn't really have many special. I forget exactly what's wrong with Gamma, but I don't think Gamma was as bad as the other two now that I think about it. But this actually funny, speaking of Chaos, I actually do have Chaos's run cycle attached to this loadout too. Because funny enough, Emerald's base form is not the slowest run, it's Chaos. He's supposed to be the strong but slow type, but they kind of dialed the slow down way too far.
Okay.
I guess I should explain that story, what's going on. Emerald's like a bioweapon made like 1,000 years ago, and they're basically trying to free him from like his will from his programming. So that's why they had said the bring glory to hope to humanity thing. Yeah, Gamma's slow unless you run, and then he just goes zipping, which is annoying, but
I'll show you my ultimate power.
Over. I thought he changed. No, I didn't. Alright, so as you can see, he's just really weak, and we're gonna just heal up. So this is the KOs type of battle I was talking about earlier. Hey. Heal up. Alright. So we want to, like, ideally... Where did he go? Yeah, as I was saying, I do want to make sure, like, it's ideal that I have the super meter filled out when I am doing the snap part, just because it's a lot slower to kill. Have they ported? How are they not ported? That's a good question. I mean, they also have not ported or remastered any of the advanced games. It's almost like it feels sometimes they don't want to remember it exists.
Oh.
I guess if we don't count Sonic Prime, which I'm not a huge fan of, but a lot of reasons.
GDA had some bangers.
Yeah, it did.
It also had Sonic Pinball Party, which less said about that, the better.
Wait, which one?
Sonic Pinball Party.
Oh, I kind of like that game.
Oh,
I thought you were gonna say the Genesis one. I'm like, yeah, I played that one.
That too. Did you manage to get through that game? Because I know the main thing for folks is that like they find it very hard to actually get through.
What, the Pinball Party?
Yeah.
I played like once and I said I would play it more and then I never did. I've been trying to like replay the advanced games and then I get stuck halfway through one and I just don't have a desire to play more advanced. It's not the type of game you want to play in one sitting, or I want to enjoy playing one sitting, and then I try playing it more and I just forget to play it more.
Yeah, fair enough.
Sorry if you hear that in the background. My roommate has his own podcast he's going through right now as I'm speedrunning.
Classic.
Another Wii U win. Yes. Alright, so now Shadow's story is done. We're actually going to change our memory to slot 1. And basically what we're doing is we're going to be fighting everyone we've played as previously, that you guys clearly all saw me play just now. And there's actually, but yeah, we've been back to back before we fight Shadow again. And there's actually a setup for all, like, depending on who we fight, we have different setup. And I've already messed this up. Alright. See, Rouge is not only annoying to fight as, also annoying to fight against, because she'll just float in air. And if you juggle, if you accidentally do a move that's like, juggles her up in the air, she'll just go flying way up, and then you have to wait for her to come down. But hopefully that shouldn't be an issue. I have like ultimate moves attached here, so like even if like I do mess up, luckily Emerald can just one-shot them regardless. Let's see, where are you? Oh, I almost messed it up. Okay, cool. Thank you. Alright. I hate you, Rouge. Yep, there we go. Alright. Where'd she go? Yeah, he has the ultimate recovery, which is the fastest recovery next to Cream's, basically. Oh, depth perception. Get out of here. Thank you. Yeah. Alright, so now we go fight Knuckles. This way. How's chat doing today? Fun little fact that's actually I missed for a while for my original playthrough, or like when I was while I was speedrunning, I missed it for a while. Is if you hold B while moving the cursor, you actually move slightly faster. They don't really tell you that, but you absolutely can do that when moving through the hub worlds. Where is he now? One thing you might notice about these ultimate moves is they are modified. If you played the game, you might notice they're very similar to some other characters' moves. Like that aerial special is just Shadow special, but multiplied by 3. And this one, the waves attacks, it's just the Sonic Wind attack. They're basically all like that. Why they made him a bad guy in Sonic X? I don't think they made him a bad guy, if you mean Emerald. So I did recently watch Sonic X, and they really just, that whole segment with Sonic Battle was just, even if they wanted to do their own thing, they just didn't do a good job of doing their own thing. I'll just say that much.
I never got that far through, but Oh, that's a shame because like that was kind of neat.
Yeah, well, it's like, I mean, I don't want to say much about spoiling, but basically,
I think you're okay to spoil it. It's been out for
right. Well, they basically just like I don't even know. They made it seem like try to do this tournament thing, but then it was just all jokes instead of actual fights, and it was just like, okay, one or two jokes would be okay, but like this entire battle is just like one joke after another. It's like, why?
yeah.
Oh. All right, so for Sonic and some other characters here, I have a different strat than what I was doing with Knuckles and Rouge, as you may notice. Emerald's third. So, fun fact about Emerald's third attacks is a couple of the ultimate third attacks actually count as special moves, and you don't lose the meter. Basically, his ultimate third attack and his ultimate back attack all count as supers that don't take up the meter. There are a couple other moves that also, you won't see it as much this run, but there are a couple moves that don't take away meter. You will actually see if you watch anyone do like base Emerald runs or Sonic runs mainly. I will also say, like, people say the best part of Sonic X is I don't even remember the name. It's the third segment where Chris is older. It's like after the initial 52 episodes, but it's absolutely worth the rest. It's definitely better than the rest of the series.
Did they call that the Meta-X?
Yeah, that one, the Meta-X.
Yeah, that looks like so metal. Like it. Yeah. Everything's like massive proportions. Everything's super intense.
And Chris isn't as annoying. I've also was watching the subs, and Chris was not nearly as annoying as he is in the dubs. But did I mess this up? No. Okay. Yeah, Meta-X.
You can't win them all.
Back to doing the three alternating strat here.
Tails never really stood a chance, did he?
No, more like fails. Am I right?
Hey, got it. I mean, hey, he got his limelight in the previous round, so he can take this L.
Yeah.
But I mean, speaking of which, after the next run, which is going to be Silver in Sonic 06, we get to see some more Tails in his own games. We had Tails Adventure yesterday, and then we're going to have 10 minutes of Tails Sky Patrol. If you haven't seen that game before, you are in for a treat, I'd say. It's an interesting one for sure.
I need to play more of the Game Gear games. I've only played Triple Trouble so far, and I'm meaning to try the others. But I heard they're like all varying quality, so we'll see how much I'm missing when I get around to it.
Did you enjoy Triple Trouble?
Yeah, I did. It was really a lot better than I expected. And then I played the 16-bit, and then it was even better than the Game Gear version.
Yeah, it's a good time, and folks, we're going to be seeing that later on after Sonic Robo Blast, Sonic Frontiers, Sonic 3 Knuckles, and then we get some of the original Triple Trouble. We saw this 16-bit yesterday. If you missed that, then do make sure to check out our YouTube. And it'll be up.
I think it was out, and then I just barely missed it. It was like ending as I came back, and I'm like, well, rip.
It's a great run, and it was with Knuckles, so of course it was great.
Also, this is like one of my favorite songs in the game. It's so good. Also, she's really in tune with herself, as you can tell.
That's a kind way of going about it, yeah.
Okay, if you mess up in this game, sometimes it's actually really easy to like just get comboed and locked and just die. You gotta be careful with that. There we go.
Nice. Good job.
You absolutely should watch Sonic X subbed. It's a 4Kids dub, so you're not really getting a good experience if you watch it dubbed. And they probably won't ever like dub it outside of 4Kids, so. Alright, here's the third most broken character in the game. She walks really slow, but she can hop real fast. And she has some killer moves. I don't know if we'll see that here, but we're gonna be doing the strat I did with Sonic earlier. Okay. All of my traps. Also, these traps are like just come on, man. I'm trying really hard not to swear if it isn't obvious. I will say, if you ever follow my stream, don't expect me to be as PG as I am right now. Oh, come on, dude. She's not letting me do my cool strats. Alright, walk into my traps now. There we go. That child is a menace. She's the strongest character in the series. Don't let her fool you. Alright, now we fight Shadow again. I've never played this game 4-player. I know there is a Sonic Battle competitive community that I'm in. It's like, I think it's actually just called Battle Highway. But they were setting up matches recently, actually, if anyone's interested in that. It's obviously like online, or like through LAN or whatever, Parsec, but you know.
That's cool, though. Nice.
Who knows? Maybe when Sonic Channel does their yearly Sonic Direct, it will actually announce Sonic Battle this time. Maybe.
Oh, that's the dream. They could do such a good collection of like the GBA games.
Yeah.
And just port them all. Maybe you don't even need to give them 16:9 really. Just like if you give people the games as they were.
Right.
That'd be good enough.
At least like safe stating maybe if they really want.
Yeah.
I think a save state and rewind feature could be good for casual for some of these games. I mean, especially this one, but what's the best build? I mean, there's far too many things to list. I will just say, if you really want to know the best build, you could look at my guide on speedrun.com. Also, now we're going to be fighting Sonic and Shadow at the same time.
Ooh. This is great. We've got Sonic in the run, but we're actually killing him. Like Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. It's great.
We'll show who's the better Sonic character, the title character or the sidekick. Might as well call it Emerald Battle at this point. Emerald the Hedgehog. Okay, so I didn't actually want to do that. But no, I basically I messed up. All right. This could be bad. I think we're fine though, but basically we want to try hitting them at the same time and getting them to die at the same time, because otherwise things could get really ugly really fast. I think we're good though. We'll see Sonic Adventure 3 actually right after this run. We got Silver Story. I think Focus Sight is running it.
We've got Labrys running, but Focus is.
Oh, Labrys. Sorry, I thought I saw Focus Sight's name earlier. Also, we're almost done. Speaking of, nice. I didn't even realize how fast. I forgot how fast that battle can go. We just got some text left, and then time will be coming up. I'll say time when it happens, but I just want to say thank you guys for watching. That was Sonic Battle. If you enjoyed the game, I will likely be running it sometime in the near future. Truth be told, I've been kind of like not speedrunning a lot lately, but I was doing runs to marathon. But I do want to take this time down. I just PB'd like a couple days ago with this game.
Nice.
Or this category. It was like 30, 28, 38, or 28, 20 something. I don't know. I haven't uploaded it yet, but I might try to knock this down a few, because this category specifically needs some more improvement. But that's time.
GG.
GG.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Wow, that looked like it was like a mid 31, 32.
Yeah, I think part of it was because I was doing English text so people could follow the story. Because like usually I run this in Japanese, but I like to put it in English when I do marathon runs. For one, take the pressure off, and two, show people the story. Because I think the story is really good, even if the translation's a little messed up. But you know, I do recommend people play it. It is really fun if you haven't played it yet. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, before we head on and have a little intermission before our next run, have you got any shout outs that you'd like to give?
Yeah, Free Palestine. I wanted to shout out PCRF. If you guys want to support children struggling during the ongoing genocide, they're helping to deliver relief for medical aid for food, water, and healthcare. So, yeah, donate to them or something else to help out the cause. But also, Sega, please remake or port this game too.
It's two different but still important messages.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then if they do want to catch, if you are going to be taking on this run once again, or they want to see what else you get up to, where can folks find you?
On twitch.tv/MadTaz64. I also do some animations. Actually, I did some Sonic themed animations recently, but you can. Is it going to block me if I try to post this in here?
It probably will do, but you can give a username if folks are interested.
Yeah, it's just MadTaz animation. I mean, I could send it to you, I guess, or whatever, and then you could post it.
The username is MadTaz Animations. Is that on Twitter? Yeah.
Yeah, it's also on Twitter. That's my YouTube Twitter, or my animation Twitter. I mean, if you really want to follow my Twitter, it's just MadTaz64, but like I retweet an unhealthy amount, so that's up to you if you want to put up with that.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for that run.
Thank you.
Really, yeah, that was a really solid time.
Glad you guys enjoyed.
Yeah, I think chat was enjoying that. There was a nice mix of folks who kind of knew a little bit about the game. Other folks who were just like, oh wait, there's all this depth. I had no idea. Yeah, that's exciting. We are going to be going into an intermission, folks, and then we have gone from one of the many hedgehogs. We're going to be going over to another hedgehog. We are going to be seeing some of Silver's story. We're going to be seeing it more than we would in a typical any percent run because we are going to be seeing the no credits warp category. Labrys, who's been working on that run tirelessly, is going to be bringing that to us with focus on commentary. So yeah, we are going to be going over to them after this intermission, but please do stick around for the rest of Sonic and the Sidekicks.
Smell you later.
See